Unleash the power. Unleash the power.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Ruckus Room. I'm here today with Bruno and Mike, and I have a special treat for you guys.
Okay.
And I hope you know what this is. And I'm going to hand one to you, and then you can hand one to Mike.
You gotta be kidding me.
These are...
How old are these?
My dad just ordered
You gotta
these.
be kidding me.
So they're original Reggie Bars. Chocolate bars from New York, and he thought
Do you
would
know what this is?
No. He thought he would
Looks like a
appreciate
pack
it.
of Tide.
Oh my!
How?
Mike,
Okay, first of all, the fact that you're wearing a Yankee hat right now,
Am I?
and you're from New
Dude,
York, and you
what
don't
is
know what a Reggie
wrong
Bar
with
is,
you?
there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, Reggie was hitting homers before I was born.
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
no, wait a minute.
That
hold
is
on.
true. That is true. Okay.
Okay, but still, it's history, right, Bruno?
Okay.
Back
so
me up on this.
Do you want me to give you a little
Yes.
breakdown on
Yes,
this?
I
Okay,
do.
listen to this, Mike.
Pick him up to speed.
The
You're
New
gonna
York.
give me a breakdown. I'm gonna
I'm-
tell you right, 28 grams of sugar.
Oh, stop! Turn it back. All right, listen to me. The Yankees in 1977, they lost. They made it to the World Series. Lost the first two games to the Dodgers. Okay, they won the next two. In the third game, Reggie Jackson hit a long home run in Dodger Stadium on one swing at that at bat. Okay, he hits a home run. Yankees win that game.
So he gets a chocolate bar.
Hold on. They go back to Yankee Stadium, Game 6. He hits 3 home runs on 3 swings.
Wait, didn't the Dodger guy just do that back to the Yankees? What's his name?
Oh, you know what? You know how to ruin a segment. And you know how to ruin
Oh my
my
God,
day.
you gotta
The Dodgers beat the Yankees. Yes.
No, and the guy hit like homers every
Like
time
he
he
was
came up to the
golfing.
plate.
You know,
Like,
he
Yes,
will not be
yes.
allowed back in New
No,
York City
he just
ever
ruined
after
this.
that.
He just
Sorry.
ruined. We're talking about Reggie Jackson.
I'm a redneck now.
So listen to me. He hit 4 home runs on 4 consecutive swings. His last home run, he hit it into the black at Yankee Stadium. They win the World Series. He comes out and he does this iconic wave to the fans because he was the prince, the king of New York, the king of baseball. On opening day in 1978, they handed out Reggie Bars at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yep.
And you know what they did? They threw 30,000 Reggie Bars at him in right field. And he took his hat off and he bowed like the king that he was.
You have to special order those. So my dad got a box, and he wanted me to share them with you because he said you would appreciate it. Being a Yankee fan and from the city. Mike, I don't know what we're gonna do with you.
I had no idea.
A
what it
Reggie
was.
Bar. Dude, Reggie was the straw that stirred the drink, buddy.
Yeah.
He was the man.
I'm
You can't bring him back to New York City
I'm not
ever
impressed.
again, Bruno.
Reggie,
You're not impressed?
Reggie's meant something different when I grew up.
Reggie, listen
Oh, yeah.
here. Reggie,
Hey, wait a
Reggie's
minute.
better than LeBron
Explain
James.
that. What does that mean?
Like Regs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Reggie. I was thinking about weed. I wasn't thinking
Oh,
about
I don't know
chocolate
anything
bar.
about. See, I'm glad I don't know anything about that. Wow, this is amazing.
Well, you guys get to keep those, and I
Wow.
guess Mike will have to try it later. I know there might be too
Don't
much
open
sugar
it.
in there, but
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
well.
keeping this right next to my computer. Reggie Jackson.
it's actually worth money, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
Those are like memorabilia now.
Wow. All right.
They had to
covered
delay
chocolate,
the
caramel,
game.
and
Are you
peanuts.
going to any Yankee games this year, Bruno?
I'm going opening day.
You are?
Yes, I'm flying up. Going.
My
opening
dad just
day.
went to the Yankee game in Tampa last weekend on Sunday, and
Very
he,
nice.
he met the team a week ago. They did a signing and everything. They go over there every year, and they do a signing with the team and stuff
Oh,
like
that's
that.
amazing.
So
your dad is a big. I got to talk to your dad.
huge. Yeah, we got to get you guys together.
Yes, for sure.
We got to leave Mike out of it, though. He'll spoil it.
Hey, look, I know they tied the Mets last night, 6-6. And I guess they don't
is
do
that-
extra innings in preseason
Nah, it's
or
not that
spring training.
important.
It's not that important. It's just springtime.
All right.
But so for opening day, you're planning on going up there?
Yes, I'm going with my son and his college basketball teammate.
You going to get thrown out again?
You got thrown out of the city?
Well, you want to hear this?
Yes, I do.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Remember, we only have a few minutes.
Mike,
So-
you get to roast him. No, wait, this is good.
All right, so
we can extend this
so
today.
So I grew up a few miles from Yankee Stadium, and I used to go to so many Yankee games. But as an adult, I started being very successful, making some money. I still hadn't gone to an opening day, so my partner Steve, who's a lot younger than me, surprised me. He had tickets for opening day. We go with my son Christopher. Okay, it's my first opening day. So and I was drinking back then. I don't drink anymore. So we're having a few beers. My son is there. My partner Steve is there, and we sit down. And then of course a beautiful girl comes in, sits in front of us with her boyfriend, and of course Steve turns to me and he goes, "Hey, bro." He goes, "You'd think Derek Jeter's wife would have a bigger bodyguard, right?" It was so funny for me. I'm laughing hysterically. Even my son kind of caught on. And then Steve just kept resting his like leg on the guy's chair, and the guy kept turning backwards and saying, "Hey, get your seat, get your foot off my chair." So then popcorn flew and fist flew and everything else.
In Florida.
Oh my gosh!
It wouldn't
have gone down so smooth in Florida.
Top of the second inning, we were being led to the elevator, and we got thrown out of Yankee Stadium.
Bruno,
yes.
I can't believe it. You don't seem like the type that would get thrown out.
It's not my first time. I've been thrown out of the Meadowlands. I've been thrown out of.
What did you do in the Meadowlands?
Just be a Jet fan.
Yeah, I was just saying.
They remove you.
Yeah. Okay. So Jets lost 6-3. There was 3 field goals.
That's not even a game.
No. And I fought.
It's like a hockey score.
I got into a fight with a Patriot fan at the end of the game.
Bruno.
Yes.
That's frowned upon.
Is there jail in the Meadowlands?
I was going to say.
There is a jail in the Meadowlands. They were bringing me
There's
there.
like a detox tank too.
I remember they brought me from the end zone. They brought me down to the field, and as I'm walking in the tunnel, the bouncer that told them to arrest me was like, "Bye, asshole," like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm with my fraternity brothers, and I don't know how I'm going to get back to school. When I got to the jail, there was like 6 police guys beating the crap out of some unruly guy, but like a big giant guy. And I said, "Hey, I'm not doing anything like that. You guys should let me go." They snapped a picture of me, and they said, "If you ever enter the Meadowlands ever again, you will be arrested for trespassing." And I said, "Thank you."
He's blocked from all over the country.
I went to the next Jet home game. My fraternity brother had like 8. Yeah, he had 8 season tickets, but I was like a mouse. The rest
Bruno
of
wore no glasses. He had a
I was
mustache.
going to say, he's got like a wig on and stuff. People think he's a girl.
He's banned from a couple of our restaurants for similar circumstances.
Oh, Bruno, how do you get banned from your own restaurant?
Well,
untrue.
Or did you just balk him for your restaurants?
Untrue.
He's probably a Joe's more than Bronx. He gets a quick slice.
Get a free meal there.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, because obviously you guys own the pizza places. What is the craziest combination of toppings that you've ever put on a pizza that just works, though? Getting into like the pineapple, I know that's a little discrepancy. People don't want to put that on.
You know what I saw the other day? Because we don't really get too crazy with that. I saw the other day, I wanted to vomit. We were actually on a 72-hour fast, Bruno and I. And I saw a competitor, and I won't mention them, and it's not really a local guy here in Flagler. It's kind of out there in a different county. He had a Big Mac pizza.
Ew.
It was disgusting. It had pickles, cheese, burger
just that
meat.
sauce.
And I said to him, well, if you get hungry, just look at this picture.
At that picture.
So was that like a special he was running?
You can call it whatever you want.
I don't see how anybody would buy that.
It's like the Big Mac pizza.
Yeah, that would make me barf. Yeah, I'm not a Big Mac fan. I don't like that secret sauce.
We don't encourage.
I didn't even know a Big Mac has sauce on it.
Yeah, the special.
Yeah,
sauce.
It's got that special sauce. It's like a mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together with like a relish type.
I'm a plain guy. You eat my hot dogs plain. My
you can't even eat the sugar, the candy bar, because there's too much sugar in it.
No, it wasn't me for the sugar. It was because of his, condition.
It's got nuts in it.
All right.
Anything with peanuts works, right? Peanuts and chocolate.
I got no allergies. Just only allergic to cats.
Wait a minute. He's got a nut condition?
No, well, I wouldn't say a nut. I was just worried about. We kind of touched this on the last show. I'm not gonna. We got to be easy on him. He was hurting.
What about the nut? Wait a minute. What's your
You guys
condition
were
with nuts?
making.
You don't remember his sugar alarm was going off?
Oh, he lost a toe.
He had a no, he didn't lose anything.
That's not good, Chris.
But he had a bagel before he got here.
Oh,
so I almost fell asleep during the episode.
Oh, so your sugar crashes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you just drink some orange juice and you feel better.
No, it's spiked. It was like a 478, I think it was.
Oh my gosh.
That's not true.
That's crazy.
That's why he bought a Tesla.
True.
He bought a Tesla so he could sleep after a meal. And he could still get to work.
Oh, is it a good Tesla? Like, does it drive its own self?
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
So wait a minute. You really have a Tesla?
Yes.
And like the car, not the Cybertruck,
No,
please.
the boat. He's got the boat. You didn't hear about the boat?
No.
She really did. She asked if it was a car.
Well, I was going to say, because if you're driving a Tesla truck, I'm going to think differently of you.
I didn't know what a Reggie Bar was. She didn't know if a Tesla was a car or not. She's like,
No, I know what the difference is. No, I didn't want him driving a Cybertruck.
Reggie.
I didn't want him driving a Tesla truck. Those things the Cybertrucks are kind of weird looking.
Yeah, they look like, I saw something. It looks like a dumpster. Like a
kid. A dumpster fire. Literally, it does. And that's why if he was driving that around, I would think differently of him. I'd rather he have a car.
All right. Okay.
Did you see the new pickup truck?
He's got the one that looks like an Easter egg, though. Have you seen it?
No.
So wait a minute. What color is it?
It's a baby blue.
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
It looks like a
Dingleberry.
Oh, you should put Dingleberry on the side of the car when he's driving around.
He's good. He's good. Now he's got his Reggie Bar. It'll be melted in 2 days in Florida.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
right.
true. I gotta be very.
You gotta get a little glass case for it.
I have to be very careful.
I'll get you one for it.
This is one of the best gifts I've had.
I haven't seen him get that excited in so long. So I've been off social media as I was saying for Lent. So I thought like I was missing this new fad that's out.
Oh, you gave out social media for Lent?
Reggie, yeah.
Does that affect your business at all?
It's been incredible. I got to tell you.
Well, yeah.
The only time I'm on my phone, if I'm not texting or checking emails, I'm looking at Realtor.com, I'm looking at LoopNet, or I'm looking at the market. I don't look at anything. And I've kind of been having to get filled in, and I had some kind of crazy stuff happen, and people have had to call me because everyone assumes you're on social media. But what a waste of time it is.
No, it is. You know, it's so consuming. People don't realize, even for work to do promotions or even like promoting the podcast studio and stuff like that, how much time it really does eat of your day just doing little clips and things like that. You know, you don't really realize how much you're on it.
Yeah, like I'll find myself at Starbucks getting a coffee, and next thing you know, I'm just scrolling and 20 minutes has went by and I'm looking at nonsense. I'm looking at people I don't even like or I don't even know and thinking this one's happy, that one's rich. It's just such a joke. It's exhausting. And it's nice to keep in touch with like people you haven't seen in a while. I've seen people's kids grow, but it really changed. And I feel like 1 out of every 3 things on my feed's an ad now. It's an ad for something or this and that. I'm over it. My screen time popped up and I was like, oh my God, it was alarming. So yeah, I gave it up for Lent and I don't even think I want to go back. It's been pretty great.
Well, yeah, if it works for you, it works for you. I don't know how it works for your business though, because you know everything, it's free to promote your business. That's the only good thing.
And my business, I mean, we have people that do that. So it's not like we're neglecting it. I'm just not going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. So there are no special toppings that you two have come up with that you would say work, that you didn't think were going to work, but ended up working.
No,
you know what?
I can't take credit for that.
I honestly, I don't know. I think the best pizza in the world is the one that you like most. You know, that has nothing to do with us. You know, whatever it is that the customer likes.
How do you feel about pineapple on a pizza?
Too much water destroys the pizza.
Yeah, it doesn't cook.
It's just a watery mess. Cheese stays white.
Yes.
Pizza gets soggy. You know, tomatoes aren't good on a pizza. There's anything that has a lot of water. Even, I mean, all these toppings like peppers, mushrooms. I do like peppers, but like they affect the way the cheese melts. They affect the water content of the pie. You'll get a soggy
chicken parm pizza is fantastic.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's one of the best ones you have at your place.
Yeah, breaded chicken cutlet, Parmesan.
My son's on the weightlifting team at FPC, and yesterday they ordered Bronx pizza before they have districts tonight, so they had like a team thing, and he's like, they make the best pizza and garlic knots, Mom. I was like, I know the guy who makes them. So he gives you kudos. The team gave you kudos for that. They bought a whole bunch of them yesterday over to the school. They were hot and fresh.
And I think the best pizza is a cheese pizza.
Yeah, that's what it was. Plain cheese.
Plain, regular pie. That's how you're going to know if the pizza's good. You'll know the cheese. You'll know the sauce.
He loves the meatballs.
Otherwise, the meatballs are good topping. Sliced meatball. Oh, okay. Yeah. But, I think because you could hide a bad pizza with a ton of toppings. I mean, not necessarily a bad, but I mean, I can get there's probably a frozen DiGiorno right now in my freezer. And it's
Are you kidding me?
100%. I'm not
Are
gonna
you
lie.
kidding me? Like, how in the hell do you own a pizza place and have a frozen pizza in your...
At 2 a.m, if I'm hungry, Joe's ain't open, Bronx ain't open. I ain't ordering 5-star, that's for sure. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pop a DiGiorno in with a bunch of toppings.
You won't eat 5-star, but you'll eat that crap?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe you should do this. Maybe you should make frozen pizzas for people to have at home that are Bronx's or New York Joe's. That would be kind of cool.
I don't think it'll work.
No?
No. You got to put you ever look at the back of a DiGiorno, how much salt is in there?
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm surprised
Bruno
you eat
knows
it.
a little more about, doing that than
Bruno,
me,
what do you think about that?
Oh, gosh. Well, years ago, I developed a organic frozen pizza that beat DiGiorno in 7 different... cities, what do they call that? Focus groups.
That's awesome.
So we gained traction. Well, it's not awesome really when you hear the end of it. So
wow.
So we went to Sam's Club and we gained slotting. It's a long story, but the pizza was absolutely insane. We made it in a factory setting in El Segundo, California, and we were ready to crush the game. A lot of these frozen pizzas, have this dough conditioner ingredient called L-cysteine, and it's derived from the human hair. It's absolutely disgusting to even think about it. So mine was
my DiGiorno.
I was going to say.
So mine was an all natural product and everything, and a big company wrote a $500,000 check to Sam's Club and said, we don't want them in there. We don't want them slotted in there. We don't want, and that's what happened. They
awful.
did not slot us in there.
Cutthroat.
Maybe you should just sell them at your store.
No, because there's no money in that unless you're moving there.
Have you ever heard of like Papa Murphy's?
Oof.
Yes.
Okay, so me and Bruno were kind of dumbfounded. So we heard that there was a location coming available, and it was a pizzeria. So me and Bruno, we're all excited. We jump in the car. We have an opportunity. We get there, and we're like, oh, let's try the pizza. And the guy looks at us and goes, oh, well, we don't cook them here. I said, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, you take and bake home. So they give you this raw pizza, not even frozen. It's a raw pizza, and you bring it home and you cook it at home. And obviously they went out of business.
Yeah.
But there are a bunch of them around. But I just the concept to me was ridiculous. Like, I'm going to go pick up a raw pizza to bake at home. I mean.
What made you come to Palm Coast?
Me?
Yeah, from New York to start a pizza place down here instead of keep them up there.
Well, no, I came here. I was 12 years old, so my
okay.
retired.
I thought you came down here when you were.
Yeah. I was. My brother Joseph was the only sibling that did not move. So in 1993, we moved. My brother would have been 19. My brother made pizza up there for 2 years. When he was 21 years old, my mom and my brother were very close. So my mom wasn't happy that Joey wasn't here. So my dad picked up on that, and my dad kind of persuaded my brother. He says, if you move to Florida, son, I'll open you a pizzeria.
Oh.
And a lot of people in town think my dad was a pizza maker or my dad was a restaurateur. That's furthest thing from the truth. My dad's an auto mechanic who's, my dad knew nothing. My dad's not a cook, nothing. Like he was never a cook, not a good cook at all. My brother is definitely the chef of the family, and my uncle, who's my dad's brother. So we kind of persuaded Joe to come here, opening the first Joe's New York Pizza in 1995. And in 1999, my brother sold it. And so my brother went to work for Cheney or Barry Foods at the time. He was basically a food. He sold food, and I was in the car business. And so fast forward to 2004, my brother calls me up one day out of the blue, says, "Hey, I need you to go across the street from Flagler Ford, and I need you to Palm Coast Ford. Now, I need you to negotiate a lease at the former TCBY." I said, "What do you mean? You're getting back in the pizza business. Our dad had just died." He goes, "Yeah, man, Palm Coast would be great. The other one wasn't a great location, blah, blah, blah." Make a long story short, I negotiate a lease for him. He then lets me know that I'm going to be his partner. And I said, "What do you mean I'm going to be your partner? I don't know about the restaurant business." He said, "You're going to be up front. I'm going to be in the back." I was buying a house at the time, and I had $20,000 to put down on the house. And he said, "You're not going to buy the house because we need the money." And we opened up Joe's New York in 2004 for like $52,000. I mean, all used equipment. The tables were $1 from the auction. The oven was $500, and it was just pieced together because we didn't have the money. And day one, we did like $4,000. And so that's how I got in the pizza business. I kind of got just like dragged into it.
But it was a good thing that you were just dragged into it.
It changed my life. And then that led me to, obviously, my friendship with Bruno, going to the pizza convention. So my brother Joe really set me on the path that we're on today, and even had a lot to do with me meeting my best friend here.
Oh, I love that you guys are best friends.
Yes.
And you guys give each other shit constantly.
All day long.
I mean, Mike really breaks your balls, Bruno.
Yes,
Who wins most arguments?
I don't know if we really argue.
It goes
Not
back and
arguing,
forth.
like bickering, I should say, or disagreeing.
We're yin and yang. When I'm hot, he's cold, and the other way around.
I swear that's the God's honest truth.
Really?
When I'm on fire.
So like if a problem arises at from your store, he gets hot, you calm him down?
I'll call him because I know Bruno's gonna cut their throat. And he goes, "You know what? Let's let sleeping dogs lie."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then next week,
he doesn't seem like that though. Like when it comes to business,
I was off. Yesterday, I thought I was going to go to the hospital. I was screaming.
Sugar?
No, shut up.
Sugar.
I lost
you with
my
the sugar?
marbles yesterday. Yeah.
Where'd you lose your marbles from? Back in the Reggie Bar.
I called one of the stores and I was on hold for 5 minutes. It's just like a big no-no.
Yeah, how are you supposed to get your pizza order in if it's taking that long?
Yeah, things happen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but now you're calm and he talked you off the ledge.
He was like 2 seconds away from a widowmaker.
Oh my gosh, you can't do that to yourself.
You're too old. You can't have a widowmaker now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, you just have the final ones.
Yeah, no. You're
Actually,
more
no.
likely to survive a heart attack at his age than you would be at my age.
Where did you get that medical information from?
The reason a widowmaker is it's when somebody has a heart attack when they're young. From what I understand, when you're young, your arteries are stronger, so they don't really expand as much. So when the artery's nice and tight and strong, when you get a clot that comes through, it doesn't give. But when you're older, your arteries are looser. So boom, yours would open up.
What age bracket are we not to be in?
Just Bruno. I mean,
just Bruno's age.
No, I think Bruno's in the greens. He's in the safe zone now.
Listen,
you're in the safe zone.
They say if you
so
could do 40
plus, no,
yes,
60 plus.
This is his. He hangs his hat
40,
on this.
If you could do 40 push-ups in a row, you're very unlikely to die from a heart.
His are like half push-ups, so it's like he's humping the floor.
What are you, crazy? I do great push-ups.
Is that when the sugar's good?
Yes, he's all right.
But you know what? He's going to New York soon for opening day. We got to be careful. We want him to travel good,
opening
not have
day.
any blood
It'll be an inning and a half. He'll be out of there.
Or get kicked out.
Yes. Yankees are finished. No pitching.
They're not the Yankees anymore.
No.
They really aren't.
No, it's changed a lot. Well, New York has changed a lot completely anyways. Like
the Yankees are a joke. It's a typical thing where, a successful man leaves the business to his son and his son destroys the business. George Steinbrenner's son is destroying the New York Yankees. They're not the New York Yankees anymore. No. They're not.
Hopefully that'll change though, because
that won't change.
But the whole city is just like, it's just everything has changed there. It's completely different now. So, well, we'll wrap this show up. It was so good to have you guys. I absolutely love having you, and you could take your Reggie Bars home, and he could do research on it because he didn't know what it was.
I will now.
And have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for having us.